If you log online right now, you'll see footage exactly like this everywhere. The entire football world is caught in a loop over the Argentina versus Egypt World Cup match. We are seeing endless replays of the disallowed goal, furious arguments over the referee's whistle, and fans shouting about blind officiating. But the focus on offside rules and VAR replays only covers what happened on the surface. These technical debates are occupying the space where a much larger conversation should be happening. Over the course of 90 minutes, 5 distinct events took place that fall outside the normal flow of a match. And in the aftermath of every single one, the players, the coaches, and FIFA chose to say nothing. Understanding the tension of that night requires examining these 5 specific moments and the specific reasons the participants refuse to explain them. When these layers are placed side by side, the match reveals itself as a collision of institutional secrecy and geopolitical tension, far removed from simple officiating errors. It began on the sidelines. Right after Argentina scored their winning goal, Egypt's coach Hassan stepped forward and crossed his arms directly at the referee. While it looked like a standard display of frustration, crossing the arms at the wrists is the official FIFA-mandated gesture that players and coaches use to formally report racist abuse on the pitch. Invoking that protocol triggers a mandatory official review. Yet in the post-match press conferences, Hassan never mentioned it. He refused to clarify if it was a formal report or just venting in the heat of the moment, leaving the intent unverified. While Hassan stayed silent, global attention locked onto the mechanics of the disallowed goal. Millions spent days analyzing these intersecting lines, debating the geometric margins of player positioning and whistle timing. This intense focus on VAR meant other governing body decisions that week received almost no attention. During that same window of time, FIFA quietly suspended 2 United States staff members right before their match against Belgium. They provided no public justification for the disciplinary action. The public controversy of the goal meant these quiet administrative suspensions went largely unscrutinized, fitting a broader pattern of unexplained actions by the governing body. The silence extended into the stands, where the match was surrounded by unresolved geopolitical friction. The context was set in the previous round. Following Egypt's historic first-ever World Cup knockout win, Coach Hassan dedicated the victory specifically to the people of Gaza. Then, during the Argentina match, a fan was seen waving an Israeli flag in the crowd. Given Hassan's high-profile dedication just days earlier, observers saw the display as a pointed response. FIFA maintains strict rules regarding political displays during matches, but they offered no comment, leaving stadium tension unaddressed. Down on the pitch, the reactions from the players added further layers of uncertainty. Egypt's Mustafa Ziko, who put the ball in the net twice but was only credited with 1 goal, was seen weeping after the final whistle. When asked if his tears were for the team's exit or a protest against the refereeing, Ziko refused to answer. By staying silent, he forced the public to guess the nature of his distress. This stood in contrast to Argentina's Lisandro Martinez. During a post-match press conference, Martinez maintained a notably detached demeanor. He dismissed the global outcry entirely, praising the match officials for an excellent job and insisting his team focused purely on the football. Unaddressed political friction, the administrative secrecy, and vague player reactions created an environment where none of the evening's most significant questions were answered. When you align these 5 elements, you see the sheer volume of information that remains officially unexplained. A coach's hand signal, a disputed goal, a political display, sudden staff suspensions, and dismissive press conferences. This match demonstrates how institutional silence functions. When the authorities refuse to provide a narrative, the public is left to speculate, turning a game of football into a source of permanent suspicion. What we saw wasn't just a failure of VAR. It was a rare intersection of geopolitical tension, personal grief, and top-down secrecy, all occurring within a single 90-minute window. When official channels leave the record blank, the only thing left is what the audience chooses to believe. Looking at these events, what do you think actually happened in the shadows of this match?